So I know for myself, a lot of people have different memories, different things they love about Nyack. Maybe the view, maybe the scenery, maybe the Christian atmosphere. But I know for myself, of being alumni of Nyack College, the biggest memory for me would obviously be, number one, the people here at Nyack College.
When I first came to Nyack, I was an international student from Ecuador. And when I came here, I literally came with just a bag of clothes. I think I had a couple books and that was it. I had people step in, my friends, people that I met.
Nyack has always been a place where we care for each other, and the older kind of take care of the younger.
I had staff members step in and ask how I was doing. Professors would make sure that I was doing all right.
I remember as a student, different professors, faculty, staff that invited me and welcomed me into their own families. And so the students not only have me in class, but they come to my home and we get to spend time together, not just as a professor and a student, but as people who are trying to walk the journey toward the goal of being like Christ.
Nyack families, it goes beyond even just the students and the staff and faculty here. It goes to their families and their friends that you become a part of. So I have amazing memories of this being a home.
And that is such a unique part of Nyack College.
Nyack homecoming is so amazing. Now you get to come back and you get to see a friend maybe you haven't seen for 20 years, 10 years, 5 years.
But now a lot of my friends have families, we have kids, and it's still that same kind of feeling. You walk out and you see different people walking onto that field, you see different families coming together, but it's a lot of familiar faces. It's just a really cool familial feeling that you have of being here at Nyack.
The ability to see those that have come before me that have been part of Nyack and created the heritage, the rich heritage that we have.
We always sat on the wall, and as the wall was packed from end to end and the cheerleaders would be in the front and people would run back and forth and we'd all be cheering, and it was always such a special time.
My favorite Nyack homecoming memory was my senior year. Wanda and I were not yet engaged, but we knew we were going to be engaged, and she was one of the candidates for homecoming queen.
During the halftime of homecoming, they had convertibles, and the king and queen would always come in the different convertibles and ride around through.
We were very involved in planning the banquet that night, and so neither one of us found time to vote. And so that night when they announced the winner of the election, T. Robert Brewer, who was one of the faculty members and worked very closely with student government, came to us and told us that we lost by 1 vote. And if we had voted, of course we would have voted for Wanda, and she would have won. It was actually a wonderful homecoming. We knew that our time at Nyack was coming to a close, and it was an incredible celebration. Every time I come to a homecoming, now that I work here, I'm reminded of how special those homecomings were as students, and I realize that these students in 2012 and beyond are experiencing those kind of moments that will last a lifetime.
And that's why I love Nyack.